All right, Tim Stanley with Blackout Easy, doing another segment of RVing with Tim. It's February 25th, 2022. Just picked my RV up for service at the dealer. Brought it in for my roof check. They had to caulk a few things, little minor warranty issues. The battery wasn't holding the charge, stuff like that. But anyway, just picked it up, $550. And when I get out here to pick my trailer up, one of the tires was like 15 pounds low in air. That's something they should have seen. But anyway, so I just got finished pumping that up, and I had to hook the Viair up to my truck because the battery's dead. But anyway, so it's a nice Viair pump, and I tell you what, you got to get yourself one of these inflators. I've been having it ever since I have my first RV, and you got to keep your tires properly inflated. And I also use it to pump, keep my tires properly inflated on the truck as well. When I'm pulling the trailer that's loaded, I add more air to the back end of my truck, and then when I get to the campsite, finish pulling, I drop it back down to normal. So it's beneficial having your own inflator with you at all times. So come to find out, the battery is bad and it's dead right now, but they told me since I didn't buy the battery from them, they won't be able to swap it out. I have to go back to the dealer, which is in Tennessee, or go to an interstate dealer. And so my chance of getting a new battery replaced is slim to none, and Slim just left the building, so I'll probably have to buy a new battery to go in there. So anyway, that's why I had to hook it up to my truck. Let me show you another issue, okay? It's right here on the incline. Look at that steep incline the trailer's on, all right? And you see, I'm spinning back around. There's no chalk right there, right? No chalk. Let's come around this side, and boom. They got this chalk right here, and I'm just afraid. You see the incline it's on? I'm just afraid when I hook it up that it's going to want to move on me a little bit, and that just make it difficult. And let's look at this wheel chalk right here too. Let's see. It's not even doing anything. So what I'm gonna do is, you won't see me do it, but I'm gonna take these Fastways. I bought those a few months ago. I'm doing a video on it, so I'm gonna put those wheel chalks in there. I like them. They're easy to use. Put them in place before I go ahead and hook up the trailer and take it on back to Greensboro. Got an hour and a half ride. But anyway, so I'm gonna put those in, Fastways, chalk it up, and I'll let you know how it goes. All right, so I got my Fastways one step. Got them in place now, so I feel a lot better with that being on the hill like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and get everything ready to go. Put my air pump, my inflator up. Always keep it in the RV, underneath the seat, or underneath the bed, out the way, but always ready. So we're gonna get this thing hooked up and see what we got. All right, so I'm ready to hook the trailer up. I have the hood down, and I'm telling you about these tires or air pressures and all that. I'd rather see all four low than one low. So when I see one low, like I did before I pumped it up, it's 15 pounds low, and all of that's okay. That makes me a little nervous there's something wrong with the tire. And I'm gonna tell you another thing I do. All right, like these gauges right here, air pressure gauges, are really inaccurate, and you drop it a couple times or whatever, or use it a couple times, and it get off, grossly off. So always I will check the gauge, this air pressure gauge, with the gauge on my truck, because I got the tire pressure monitors on my tire. So I'll look at what the pressure is reading, or say on my front tire, and I'll check the pressure on my tires and make sure it corresponds to whatever's reading on there, so I'll know that if it's correct or not, whether this gauge is correct. So always kind of correlate it with your tire pressure monitoring system with what you're doing out here, just to make sure your gauge is reading correctly. Because I try to buy the most expensive ones you can buy, $15-$20, but if you drop it or use it a couple times, it could get off. So I have a heavy duty truck one that goes up to like 120 pounds. I use that sometimes, but always make sure you calibrate your gauges, because tire pressure is very important, especially when you have the trailer loaded, and also very important for tire wear and performance. Also swaying, and the same thing with your vehicle. Make sure your tire pressure is always correct. So get ready to hook it up at the dealer for service. Get ready to take it back to the house, and hopefully I might go to Atlanta tomorrow for my first trip of the season. All right, Tim Stanley, RVing with Tim out. All right, we've seen this before in the video. Had to pull out the hand crank. The battery's dead, like I said, so I had to hand crank it up. And for everybody who didn't see the other video, it's a hand crank right here, just in case the battery's dead. So you will have this tool right there in your trailer, always know where it's at. And that allows you this plug up right here. Pull that plug off, and you can hand crank. You can lower the tongue up and down with that crank. So make sure you know where that is, and make sure you know that you can always do that. If you got electric tongue jack, you're gonna have a manual override or operation. Just pull that plug out, and there you have it, and you can manually raise that tongue up and down. And the battery's dead. I already have it hooked up to the trailer, but it's not enough juice to overcome that battery, so I can use that tongue jack. So I have to use the old hand crank. So when all that fails, got to flex that muscle. All right, let's see what else we find. All right, we all hooked up, ready to go. I know y'all be saying, Tim, why you do stuff so late? Man, let me tell you what happened today. I had customer service called in today. I had a machine operator call in today. So I had to run the machine. I had an employee, been with me for 6 years as of yesterday. So we had a little luncheon for her, man. So I'm telling you. And then the service man came out here and talked to me while I was hooking up. We talked about 15 minutes about electric vehicles. But anyway, so all I gotta do is pull those wheel chocks up. Let me show you how easy it is. So all you do is grab that strap right there. Grab that strap and pull it up, ready to go. So we getting out of here. And I know you said, Tim, man, you late all the time, but that's what's happened, man. That's what happened. I ain't even here to. And then tire, had to inflate the tires, inspect to do that. So anyway, you know how it go, but I'm late for everything. But so I'm fast way, just gonna pull that out of there. Ready to go. All right, so we're ready to go. All the lights working, and I'm working. So let's get on out of here. Sun going down on me. I'm in the parking lot. Everybody done left the dealership. I'm out here by myself, all by my lonesome, you know. But anyway. So listen, this is the kickoff of the 2022 RV season. Pick it up for the dealer. You know, sun going down on me as usual. Y'all need to start calling me Sundown because I'm always doing stuff with the sundown. But anyway, Tim Stanley, Blackout Easy RVing with Tim. If you like what you see, make sure you subscribe. You'll be the first to get a video when it drops. And we're going to take the RV. Just had a service for the upcoming season. Might go to Atlanta tomorrow, see how I feel. But anyway, Tim Stanley, Blackout Easy, RVing with Tim out. All right, just left the dealer, and I'm at the first rest stop, man. It's only about a couple of miles, literally only like 2 miles from the dealer. But anyway, man, I'll always stop a local parking lot or something once I get going. I always like to double back, just check my tires, just check my hookups, just make sure I didn't forget anything, you know. Once you step away, drive a little bit, and then come back to it, you might see something you missed. But when I'm pulling off, when I freshly hook up, when I just hook it up, I'm driving, I leave the radio off, everything. I want to listen to every little sound, creaks or whatever, see if I'm dragging something or something's not right. So that's what I always do. And then I stop, you know, after a couple of miles, a couple of minutes, and I just look at my setup. Just like to verify it. When quality, we used to call it first piece inspection, man. That first piece come off the line, you got to check it, verify everything is good, and then make sure your setup's right and all that. That verifies your tool and everything's correct. We used to call it first piece inspection. And then when you had a defect, you got to check everything since your last first piece inspection to make sure it's good. Go back. So that's part of quality assurance. This is part of what I do. I just look at the rig, make sure everything's right, my tires. I look at how everything's set up, leaning, and all that stuff. So anyway, first piece inspection, I do it after I hook up a few miles down the road. or a parking lot, supermarket or something, just stop and check my setup. All right, you should do the same. And here again, man, sorry it's dark, but hey, man, you know, I'm sundown Tim. I'm always doing anything with the sundown. I didn't mean to be here so late, but somebody called out today and had to run the machine and all that. You got to do what you got to do, right? Listen, Tim Stanley, RVN with Tim out, doing a final inspection.